What's up, guys?
Hello. Okay.
Okay.
Did you want to put us on the DJI thing or whatever that
I don't know
thing's
where it
called?
is, actually.
Oh, I thought you said yes.
Hello, hello. Well, I grabbed our mics, but I didn't grab the gimbal. I shouldn't even know where it is.
It's in a bag.
It's in my old purse.
Your old purse. Well, let me entertain them. I don't want them to see exactly where we live and all the details.
That's true.
But you can look at my double chin. We didn't realize we were going live so soon.
I know, I thought we were taking a thumbnail. Mm-hmm. I realize I don't have to talk as loud because I'm projecting to the phone, but it's...
Can you open the door, actually?
Yeah, that's fine. Do you want to just grab your coffee?
Sure, that's better.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so we're going out to do eBay. Whistlers.
I'm giving you a background track.
I know, but do we need that? Oh, see, this is not appropriate for me. Because I hold things with my left hand. And David's like a fake lefty. I just didn't want to like stream all of our personal information, you know? There we go. But we're going over to eBay. Tell me who's here. This is a terrible camera angle. But I was hoping that David would get the gimbal, or whatever the heck that thing's called. Because I don't like this. This is not a way to live stream.
I was singing to myself.
It's terrible. Hi, Danny. Oh, it is afternoon.
That's so funny. I didn't realize I was still mic'd up. I was like, I don't want to slip, motherfuckers. It was like being my goofy ass self.
I didn't hear you.
I know. They did.
We'll get it back in the replay. I really wish you could find the gimbal.
When? Back in time.
Yeah. I'm not going to be able to hold this like this.
You don't have to. This is my phone mounts.
This is so annoying. Yeah, but how are we going to go anywhere or do anything?
What do you mean? This is literally the shot that we've always had.
Oh.
We're going somewhere right now.
That's true. We're going to our storage unit because we have a side hustle. It's like the least hustly thing ever.
That's true.
We found that reselling on eBay was fun, so we did it. And
Well,
then
I think more than anything, we like buying things at thrift stores.
That's true, because we could see how good of a deal we could get, and then it's just kind of fun to like learn something new, something
Yeah, it's pretty fun actually.
something we never knew, and then how much you can flip it for a profit. But if you watched my video yesterday, money doesn't matter. So it's a little confusing, but you're just gonna have to get right with yourself. Not my problem. Not my problem if I contradict myself. It's the problem you have with me. It's not the problem I have.
Because anything you see in us is just a reflection of you.
Exactly.
If it's problems.
Exactly.
If it's good things, it's a reflection of us.
That's right.
That's a reflection of what you could be.
Yeah.
That's how spiritual psychology works, right?
That's awesome.
If you see good in us, it's your potential. If you see bad in us, it's your problem.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Welcome to the spiritual psychology, everyone.
But I will say, reselling on eBay, it was more exhilarating the first year. We're like over a year in now. And it's kind of boring, if I'm honest. But it was interesting to learn all the different brands and like the things that people value. I thought that was the most interesting part. Because it's shit I don't care about, which is like weird. All right. We're here.
Long trip at the store here.
It's a quick journey. So what we do, let's see, I'll show you without revealing addresses. So we have everything labeled and already weighed. So these are the numbers. We're looking for 443 and 212. A dress and a pair of jeans are going out today. And they're both going to Washington State.
Yeah, are they the same person?
No.
Oh.
I know.
Weird.
And one chose flat rate and one chose not.
Well, we kind of chose it for them based on the weight of the item, but
Oh, that's true, because the jeans weigh quite a bit.
yeah. It's cheaper to ship, so we try to give them the cheaper shipping options.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess it would be helpful if I had a gimbal. Huh? What's up, Ben?
Hey, Ben.
Mary's giving me attitude. Everybody help me. Mary's giving me attitude.
free day. Free day. Get the chant started.
Oh God. What's up, Ben? Good to see you, man.
Can you see him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in his boxers, just exhausted.
Yeah, his hair is all disheveled.
Yeah. In his recent teaching adventures.
Ben, I actually like when your hair is freshly showered versus you slicking it back to make it look nicer. I think it looks better as a wild man.
Are you all fluffed up like that?
Yeah, I like it.
Voluminous.
Yeah, voluminous.
Voluminous?
Isn't it voluminous?
Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, where's Emil when we need
Yeah,
him?
voluminous probably isn't a word. That's just me making shit up.
It's okay.
That's my jam, though.
Do you want to show them where we're going? Or
I mean, I guess so. Here. Here's the keys.
how many of you guys are going to come here
Put it on you.
and steal from our storage unit? Oh, they can see what it looks like.
Yeah, this is our setup over here in the back. Ben says, oh, good to know. Wild man hair equals good.
Yeah.
I got some doors.
Oh, sorry, that was probably loud. Okay,
Oh, yeah, maybe. That's probably fine.
443 and 212.
Ollie bags are like the perfect size. So we use them.
212. Jeans. Don't leak her address.
I won't.
And 443.
I don't think I can do this with
One hand.
one hand, yeah. You can take over, though.
Sorry, it's going to be crinkly.
I'm sure it's fine. Here's our boxes.
Here's the dress.
We use these almost never. Here's the dress. I measured it the other day. Yeah, we got eBay deliveries.
This is like the most spiritual thing you can do. Like if you're a spiritual person, you should probably be reselling on eBay. Because let's face it, no one cares what you think as a spiritual person.
You want me to do that part?
Nope.
You got it?
Yeah, I'm just going to tape it anyway.
Yes, that's true.
It doesn't have to be perfect. David likes to make it perfect.
Well, I learned a trick from a reseller on YouTube, so
I know, I learned the same trick.
Yeah.
And I did it.
Yeah. That's true. We got these doors, they're pretty fucking nice. But the delivery guy dropped one.
Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah, I don't know if you can actually see the damage.
Yeah, this one that's sitting on the
Yeah, it's
cardboard.
this one, because the side of the thing fell off. I don't think it's on this side. Maybe it's on the other side. But there's just like a little tiny chip on it, but I think I'm going to cut it off anyway, so we just didn't care. We got these doors so ridiculously.
It's going to be loud.
Cheap was that's it. It was cheap. They were on clearance and they didn't have any in stock, but the guy put it on will call. So we ended up going and talking to a manager, and the manager was like, oh yeah, man, I wish we could fulfill this for you, but we don't actually have any in stock. We're not getting any more, so I can give you a refund, but since you paid on a debit card, you have to come in store. And then when we went in store, it was a different manager in customer service, and then I just talked our way into just getting all 4 doors for that price, so they ended up just discounting
he
them.
rizzed
They
them.
found them in a warehouse, and then they discounted them, so we got them all for the clearance price, which was like half off.
Unheard
it was
of.
crazy.
Yeah. It was
pretty fun.
$500 for 4 doors.
Yeah, which is nuts.
They should have been 1,000.
Yeah, they're $1,000 doors.
Because they're solid core, because I think hollow core doors are trash. And whoever invented those, I'm sure is dead by now, but I hope all their family is too.
That's very like North Korean of the whole lineage.
Who makes hollow core doors? It's so cheap.
I know.
Scoundrels, that's who makes hollow core doors. People just purely looking to make a profit, which is not something like I'm doing with all these eBay resales.
That's true, honey. Because we're different.
We're different. We're so different.
My hands is just in front of
I
the
know,
camera.
that's why I think we need the gimbal.
Yeah, probably. That would be nice, but I think it'd be fine. Just for a few seconds. Ben very much digs this IRL style of live streaming with you guys. Very fun and casual.
Oh yeah. Well, this is what it would be like if
I like
we
it too.
hung out with you in real life.
Well, I don't know if we'd take it to eBay. I guess maybe. Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
Take it.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey Ben, you want to go to the storage unit with me? He'd be like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, that sounds fucking cool.
Yeah, fine.
That's probably true. Yeah,
But then if I asked him repetitively day after day, he'd eventually say no because it's not.
Yeah, you'd probably go once.
Yeah.
For sure, yes.
Maybe twice. And then that would be kind of the end of it. Because once you experience it,
Yeah.
it's kind of like lackluster.
Let's go this way.
Okay. I know David's been singing that song all morning. I do think it would be cool, Ben, if you had a thing like the joke lady on whatever she's on YouTube, the teacher.
What's up, Danny? Where to next? We're going to
Drop these off.
Staples.
Mm-hmm.
We could drop off at the post office, but I'm usually carrying a firearm, so that would be a felony. So we just drive a little bit further.
Who cares?
The law, honey. The law cares.
Yeah.
Uncle Sam demands you drive a mile further to Staples.
This is why I'm like, we're not sovereign. We're not free.
Yeah,
you can't even walk into the post office. But a man carrying a gun could easily go into the post office and know there'd be no repercussions because all the law-abiding citizens aren't carrying in there.
That is
that's a great place for a mass murder.
Yeah, that's the Republican argument for why gun-free zones don't work, which I actually agree with a lot.
I agree with it too.
I actually agree with that a lot.
Oh, well, let's see if we can get David experiencing road rage. Because we need to clip that if I've never once got you.
Not on camera.
No.
No.
We'd get, well, not that we're monetized, but we'd get in trouble because you use bundle of sticks.
No.
Mm-hmm. Just outing
That's
you.
true, that's true.
I know. So careful.
I'm here for the road rage. That's awesome. Well, yeah, what don't I like? I don't like when people cut me off, I guess, but I really don't like when people tailgate me. Because I follow so far back.
Yeah, but tailgating in Massachusetts is like, it's a thing.
It's just how everyone drives.
Yeah.
You'll
Very
see
aggressive.
You'll see like 6 or 7 cars, and they look like they're a train, like attached.
Like they're
by
all hooked
something
up to each
physical.
other. Mm-hmm.
It's crazy how close people drive.
Yeah.
And I've always thought it was stupid because I thought it through when I was like 16 fucking years old. None of these other people have thought it through. But you're going the same speed as everyone else, whether you're 10 cars back or 2 cars back. You're going the exact same fucking speed.
I know.
So you might as well give yourself more reaction time so that you don't
That's what my
get in
dad
an
always
accident.
said too. Mm-hmm.
It's stupid.
Mm-hmm. I know. But David will often do 10 under. Like yesterday he was on the phone. Someone from our property management company called.
Doing 10 under?
Yeah.
That's so embarrassing.
So I was like, because there's this whole idea that men can't multitask, and it's basically true. So yesterday David took a call from this lady from our property management company, and he's listening, and it immediately goes from 40 to 30, and then he's just rolling at 30 miles an hour on a 40-mile-an-hour road. I didn't say anything. I just kept it and laughed to myself.
That's funny. That does sound like me.
Uh-huh. And then you almost missed the turn.
Yeah, I mean, well, on those windy roads.
It wasn't windy.
Yeah, but it curves every few thousand feet.
No, not when you were doing the 30. I was like, oh, this is the
God.
thing. This is the multitasking thing.
Oh, yeah, the men can't multitask.
Yeah. That's why you have that auditory replay where you...
Yeah, is that why I got so good at it?
Mm-hmm. You had to. It's like an evolved thing over time for the male
That's
species.
probably true.
Otherwise...
Well, yeah, I mostly hung out with girls, so they were probably all multitasking, right?
Yeah, and then you couldn't...
And I just couldn't, so I just developed a auditory replay.
Yep.
Just had my little tape deck.
I wonder if all men have the auditory replay.
You wonder if all men have an auditory replay?
Yeah, or they wish they did, maybe.
I was just pretending that I didn't hear you, but then I played it back.
For the bit.
thought that'd
I
be
missed
funny.
it. Yeah, that's funny.
That's a good thing.
So funny.
Let's keep going.
It's 111, Make-A-Wish. 33 degrees downtown. The Mason Hall is right over there.
Oh my God, what a synchronicity.
Totally. We should do an old world building tour someday. Just in our little town. It's like pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, I guess. Or we can go to a nearby little town, maybe.
They're all the same in Massachusetts. All right, what are we going to talk about that's interesting? Or let's act how we'd normally act.
Act how we normally act?
Yeah.
Well, then you tell me what you're thinking about, and I'll sit here and listen.
That's true. Or sometimes we're just silent.
So funny.
We
That's
both
true.
are staring off.
That's true. I had a thread kind of earlier, but I don't know. I mean, I was thinking about how I thought it'd be funny. I guess it's funny as a course name, like Devolve,
Okay. I need more.
and it's for spiritual people. Because the best thing for most spiritual people would be to devolve from their
Yes.
standpoint.
No one would take it. Only people that
No.
already got the joke would take
Yeah,
it, and they
yeah.
don't fucking need it.
Yeah, so like the subtitle would have to be like deprogramming from the cult of New Age spirituality or something, right? And then it would be devolve, and then that's
Okay,
cool, and then
yeah.
that hits.
Yeah. Oh, you're good. That's really good.
Thanks. I was also thinking of deprogramming from the cult of nice, which is, they're very similar. They're very similar. Because this morning I was thinking about how crude all of our chats are.
Yeah.
Just generally, we're like the crudest motherfuckers ever. But
Not really.
I guess not really, but we're the crudest
We could be cruder.
spiritual teachers I've ever fucking
Oh,
seen.
that's true.
That's for sure.
Yeah, we don't fit that.
That makes no sense.
Thank God.
No sense. And I think our people in all of our chats, they're like the crudest spiritual people I've ever seen.
That's true.
We all have a very crude humor.
Well,
I
they're
think
just willing to go there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can just say anything and know you're not going to, I don't know, get a butt pucker or get kicked out of the group.
Yeah.
Shunned.
Yeah. I think I've actually been thinking of cult psychology because we've been watching Severance.
Dude, that show is so fucking weird.
It is pretty weird. It is pretty weird. But yeah, I think they take a lot of themes from cult psychology. There's like it's the isolation and then like contained smaller worldview.
Yep. Yeah. I know. It like makes me uncomfortable. Like, okay, when I watch shit online, I'm like, okay, I know I'm being programmed. Like I know, and I see the symbolism, you got the checkerboard floor and the time's like 6:33 on the clock, and it's like, all right, we know. But like with Severance, I'm like, I know that I'm being programmed, but I am not finding the symbolism and I am not getting it. Like I feel like the symbolism is like buried. It's not so overt. And like I'm like, who are these four characters? What are they representing? Like themselves, like as caricatures of people? Like, what are they?
So when you're thinking about, like, television, are you thinking, what is this? I don't know. Like, are you looking for the symbolism, or are you looking for, like, how it would shape the collective psychology? Or, like, what do you...
I look for
what are
the
you looking
symbolism, and then I'm like, oh, okay, this is probably one of those priming fucking shows, like... I mean, this is obvious, but like the Last of Us.
Yeah. Priming, I think, is a much easier way to say what I just said.
And the other thing. What's that other show? Where all the Teslas are broken down in the road.
The Teslas are broken down. Oh, the Obama one?
Yeah. I don't know. That
forgot.
one. Like, it's like, okay, they're obviously like getting, it's overt. It's obvious. And like I feel like you could tell a regular person that. You could be like, oh, it seems like they're like trying to like implant this in our subconscious, conscious, whatever the fuck. They're trying to implant this in our minds. So like with the planes falling out of the sky and then, now all these plane crashes and blah, blah, blah. Like it feels like it's like a reference. It becomes a reference point and then it normalizes the absurdity that happens in our quote unquote reality, whether or not it's actually happening or these are just all actors. But like that's where I go with movies. But Severance, I can't get it. Like even Silo, I can see like the similar, like the isolation. They think that their whole world is in that silo. They don't even know that there's other silos that exist. Spoiler alert. Like I can.
You normally say spoiler alert after you, or
Well,
before you say the thing.
I know, but too bad.
That's funny.
I don't know. If you don't want me to spoil anything for you in life, then don't listen to me. I'm gonna fucking spoil everything. But anyway.
How that narcissistic dynamic's going to work out in your life.
Yeah, exactly.
Spoiler alert.
You're fucked.
You're going to ghost them, they're going to freak the fuck out, and it's going to be miserable, but then they're going to go away.
Yeah, that's true. Something like that. But they're going to keep making reappearances every holiday and birthday.
Fuck this parking lot.
I know. At least it's not as bad as Seattle.
These people are just sitting here, standing outside.
This is the same thing. I don't know why. They're so retarded. This happened.
Oh, okay.
This happened at Walmart too. There was just this lady just fucking parked right behind us, like parallel to the parking lot.
Yeah, like parked in the middle of the street.
Like, what are you doing? All right, speed it up. You got a reverse cam. You don't even have to think that hard. Go, Subaru, go.
Oh God.
Here we go, David. Drum it up, drum it up.
So retarded.
Mm-hmm. Oh. See, and then one person's retardation makes everybody retarded, because then that guy didn't know how to get to his car because she was stupid. Are we going to take them into Stapes with us?
You know, I thought about it. I don't know exactly how I would do it.
What, just have them look at the floor?
Probably.
You guys want to
Or
look
up. Do you want to look at the floor or the ceiling?
You choose.
Viewer's choice today. Yeah, because you want to both go in?
No, we don't.
Or do you want to like just sit and talk and then I'll run it in?
Okay, you can run it in.
Would you rather do that?
Sure.
Or you want to look at the floor?
I want to what?
Or do you want them to look at the floor?
No.
No.
I don't know. I'm not much of a... I mean, we can go in, I guess.
Yeah, I think that'd be fine.
Are you going to hold it like... You can hold it down low.
Yeah, I'm just going to hold it. Would you like to look up my nose?
I mean, we can be overt.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's my plan. I just haven't really filmed in public places before.
I know.
But it's just a skill that you learn over time, I think. Okay, I got the keys. Where are you?
What?
You're out of the car?
Yeah. I was zipping up my coat.
Oh, okay, okay. Bang, bang, bang.
But see, and then we get into the theory of thresholds, which I'm absolutely obsessed with. Because once we walk in here, we weren't going to talk about anything we were talking about before. Like, that is such a real thing.
Yeah, that's true.
And then we go back to the car and we can pick up the thread. Oh my God.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No.
I
We're not
don't think
doing
we can do this.
No. That long. I'll just run into
It's at the door. It's crazy.
I'll run to the post office.
There's a lot of people. The line's never like that.
No.
That's crazy. How many people do you think that was?
No.
Just off the top.
20.
Yeah, I think 20.
Usually it's like 3.
Wow. That's incredible. Okay.
So much for that. We can take them to our thrift store. Do you want to go to the thrift store?
Go to the thrift store? Plug in film inside?
Sure, they're not going to care.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't. I guess. You trying to do that? What day is it?
I don't
Saturday?
know. You know what? I'm nervous to have interactions in front of people. Because it's like, don't say anything, I'm live streaming. Because it's weird. It's not just like a video. Because yesterday at the milk farm, our milk farmer was like, hey, I heard I saw on Instagram you had a miscarriage. And I was like, fuck. First of all, I appreciate her radical honesty and like boldness, because most people are fucking so awkward about it. They're like, hey, so how are you? I'm like, oh my God. Fucking just clots of blood, okay, folks? Like, just fucking miserable is how I was. But like, I don't know, she was so bold about it. But I was thinking today, I'm like, oh my God, what if who else is going to say that to me? But I was imagining, oh no, what if I get into a conversation with someone and they don't know we're live streaming and they
what though?
I don't know. That's the mystery. I don't know what they do.
And they what?
I don't
I
know.
don't think we particularly have any secrets.
No, not secrets, but just like, ooh, like, you know, just like shit you don't say on the internet right away. Not even about us, but what if they say something? And I'm like,
Oh, if we're like secretly live streaming and they don't know?
well, yeah, because how would they know? Most people don't know.
Yeah, I guess
Most
that's
people
true.
are so oblivious. They're not paying any attention to anything. They don't even know where we are. They think we're spinning.
Well, we are, honey. That's 666,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we can pop in, I guess.
Okay. We'll see if it's a crazy zoo.
Oh, that's true, actually. Oh, it might be, huh? Saturday. If it's too crazy, we probably don't want to, right? Is that just the theme of the day? We're going to go to a bunch of places and then just leave?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll be able to tell pretty quickly, I think, from the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can just go to the post office. And then leave you defenseless for a while. While you go run in the package to the most dangerous place in the city.
I know. No, I'll just drop it in the slot. Oh, this isn't bad.
Yeah, it's not bad, but I don't think gymnastics is happening. So I think this is actually mostly
No,
here.
I don't think so. Well, let's see.
This is quite a bit just for here.
No, I bet you gymnastics is happening.
What do you think?
You're giving all these context clues for exactly where we are.
I mean, I guess. Yeah.
It's okay. You can stalk us if you need to. We'll just find a way to kill you. Oops. But yeah, let's just look around, see if there's
Okay.
anything. I think today's a $5 day, which is a little extreme for me.
Yeah.
I prefer the
Take a peek, I
$2
guess.
day, personally.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. Hi, how's it going?
I know.
I know.
How are you?
Good to see you.
Try to stay warm in the snow.
Yeah,
Yes.
oh, yeah.
Always. It's kind of cute. You gonna show them? Well, I like the idea of like a weighted top for the tissue box.
Oh, yeah.
David's nervous. They don't have that many hard goods out.
There are items, though.
You never know what you're gonna find.
Stuff like this always reminds me of my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd play softball,
Uh-huh.
and he would always bring some like really old school cooler full of water. And it kind of tastes a little bit weird, but everyone's used to it.
Those are cute. Too big, too small for Chelsea. Oh, this had a pom-pom on it.
Oh, yeah. Under the sea.
Cabbage Patch. Guys, remember these? What year are these? I'm surprised. Oh, yeah, 1978 and 1982. Look at that.
Wow.
They must be worth something. Well, yeah, her face is pretty beat up, though. 1978, 1982. Marker. Do we know the Cabbage Patch lore and the orphan trains?
Toys, fire trucks. Jesus Christ Superstar vinyl.
Oh, I wonder if we're going to get a copyright strike. Because the music?
Oh. Yeah, maybe actually.
That could
huh?
happen.
I know that's kind of annoying, but yeah, it happens. And I think you just
Maybe-
kind of deal with it.
Maybe
It's
you
whatever.
can sing over it.
Yeah, if I just keep talking continually and then we slowly get away from it a little bit.
Yeah.
I know, I think that does happen.
Okie doke. Oh, the free section's really
Oh, wow.
wiped out. That's usually your first go-to.
That's true.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, Zoe. See you later.
Bye.
How'd you do, David?
How'd I do? I did okay.
Were you nervous?
I was a little nervous.
Yeah.
It's just kind of awkward, I think, you know?
Yeah, but I know the Matt and Kayla on YouTube.
Yeah.
He just holds it down here, like this.
Yeah, that's essentially what I was doing.
Oh. I didn't actually look at you.
Chelsea said she wanted to see every item in there.
Yeah, well, you'll have to come visit.
It's easier if it's video, too, because then you can deal with the music and with the...
Yeah, that's true. And chop it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, live
Yeah.
streaming. With
Live streaming is a little tougher
I know.
in those environments. That was our quickest trip ever.
I know. But they also didn't have much. Well, I think they're trying to skinny down because they're expanding this week. Tuesday and Wednesday. Yeah, they're redoing the floors. And they're expanding. They're pushing back that wall. Hey, I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I mean, I know. That's cool.
Where'd you go?
I don't know what I was thinking about. Just leaving and driving. And...
Do you think we're going to end up like those crazy kids on Kick, where they just lose their fucking mind because they're live streaming all the time?
Probably. Yeah, we'll just... Welcome to the second paradigm 24/7.
Oh my god, that'd be crazy.
Hope I didn't snore too much last night for you guys.
Okay, so back to Severance, or back to watching movies and seeing the programming. But I don't see the programming in Severance. That's the thing. That's why I'm uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like extra tense watching it because I can't understand.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what it's doing.
Yeah, I don't know that I look at every show as being like a directly produced thing from the dark agenda to manipulate psychology.
Oh, I do.
So I don't know that I think that way entirely. But if I were to think that way, like if I were to play there, Severance to me would be like a play to get people to not like working.
Interesting.
Like to see that they're wasting their life away, and you know, because I think we're.
But aren't they? Don't they know that already? Or no? That's a surprise. That's a reveal. That's a spoiler. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler. Yeah, and that they're like a different. That they have to put on a face when they're at work, and it's like draining, and it's too much, and they wish that they had a better place in society that felt better,
and that they do like a menial task that like means nothing, like looking for numbers that are scary,
yeah,
or whatever the heck.
Yeah, exactly.
And like you don't know where it goes, like you don't know why you're doing it. Like
yeah, or the bigger play, or there's lots of like the work themes in there.
Yeah, I imagine it's really relatable, like sadly not relatable.
Oh, 100%.
Like I imagine
100%.
regular people that work in cubicles like that can't really watch Severance or don't really like it or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. It must bring up something.
Yeah, it probably does bring up some shit, but
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I was like learning about like manipulation and control and all that stuff.
Ways to incorporate that in the second paradigm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, I just find it so fascinating.
Well, because
I mean, I guess ways to incorporate the second paradigm, like how to fortify against all of it, you know? Like, I think that's our ultimate goal, is to be as, like, free as humanly possible.
I know. I kind of have, like, two topics that I wanted to talk about.
Okay, sure, yeah.
It's related, I think.
Oh, it doesn't even need to be?
No, but I think it is.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So I watched this while I was listening. I'm more of a video listener, not always a watcher, but I was listening to this girl talk about, and I know this is old news, but when TikTok was banned,
Yeah.
for those egregious, or however many hours, not even whatever.
Yeah, like a day.
Yes. I forget. It's like 17. Oh, I don't know. It was some like Q reference or something. The truthers were all about it. But anyway.
Oh, that's funny, really.
Or like 33 hours or 66.
Oh.
I don't know. It was one of those numbers. I think it was 17. But
Those
anyway.
people drive me fucking crazy.
But it was one of those things. But everybody says a different number anyway. But anyway, so TikTok was banned. So then all these TikTokers like came out with their like guilty reveal of like, oh, like I don't actually like do this. Like, or like there's this like Ice Cube girl that like makes all these like intricate ice cubes, and she sells ice cube trays and makers and all this shit, but she doesn't even use ice. She doesn't even like ice. So that was her like truth. Like she came out with her like honest, like, oh, I just need to tell you guys before the platform's banned, like I don't actually like ice. Like, but she's known as like the ice maker lady. You know, that she probably puts flowers and like all sorts of different things. I literally don't know because I didn't watch. I was just listening. And then there's like all these makeup gurus coming out with like, oh no, like I've been deceiving you because I don't actually blah, blah, blah. You know,
like wear makeup.
Yeah, or whatever. Like all the, just whatever the things were.
Okay.
Is the post office open?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be open enough.
Open enough. The first layer. Dude, the post office has a pyramid on its roof. I always think that's so weird. And there's floor to ceiling windows in the basement. Same with our city hall.
That's true.
Okay, so all the TikTokers are like revealing their like deepest, darkest hidden secrets, and they're being vulnerable. And then TikTok gets reinstated, and then they have to like go on this like apology tour, basically, or say that they were kidding, or.
There you go. Good.
Oh, David's being a kind driver because he's on camera.
No, I normally do that. I get annoyed when they don't go fast enough. Still. Trying to be nice, I guess.
I was teasing you. That's not good because all my coffee just spilled forward back there.
Okay.
David doesn't like messes either.
Well, it's just...
Okay, I'll be back.
Okay.
I know he's going to talk about me.
They're so
My big mess.
Okay. It's not too bad, actually.
I know. It's good.
Someday you come here to close.
Oh, yeah, that's true. They aren't? Have a good day. Thanks. See, everybody wants, nobody talks to me when I don't have a microphone on. Are you so mad at me?
No, I just don't know why our cups were stacked like that. Because you wanted your handle to be left and on your side?
I don't know. It wasn't, no, there was no thought.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not mad at you. I just didn't know what was going on.
Okay. There's an old man in there.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I'm surprised they're open. They're supposed to be open on Sundays, but they're not.
It's supposed to be open on Sundays.
No, I was like, I don't really think so.
Post office has never been open on Sundays.
I know. I don't know what he's talking about. Okay, so now everybody's back on TikTok, and then they're having to, like, apologize for
Okay, for like lying.
lying. So now there's
fame.
created distrust with their audience.
Oh, okay. Oh, because now they're still going.
Well, yeah, because now how are they going to make their money?
Yeah. Okay.
So this girl's like doing this whole unpacking of the video, and she's into the like psychology of it all as well.
Oh, yeah.
And like she thinks that influencers need to be held accountable and held to these like really high standards of like being honest about their reveals and being honest who their sponsors are. Like if a makeup artist is actually sponsoring or paying this girl to review the makeup, like she needs to disclose that. And then I was just getting more and more irritated listening to her because I'm like, who cares? Like it's social media. Like it's not even fucking real life. And you're concerned and you think influencers need to be held to a higher standard. I'm like, what if everyone else just decides to see through the illusion and not pay it any mind? Like, it reminds me, I was catapulted back into, I don't even know what year this was, when Michael Phelps got in trouble for smoking weed. And everyone was like, he's an idol, he's an American icon, and he's smoking weed. And, you know, weed was illegal. My initial response was like, of fucking course he's smoking weed. You know, that guy's fucking lungs are crazy. How could you not smoke weed with those kind of lungs? You'd want to test it. Like, come on, what's the big deal? And if that inspires other kids to smoke weed, we have a bigger problem.
Yeah.
Like, the problem isn't the person that's doing the bad thing. The problem is you and all of you. The problem is that all of you are even concerned with it and that it means anything to you. Who cares if Michael Phelps smokes weed? Who cares if an influencer is lying to you online? Of course they are. Like, what do you mean? Like, it's like so, it's so crazy to want to hold someone accountable when, like, you need to hold yourself accountable. Like, am I being duped? Am I willing to be putty in the hands of these big businesses that are looking to turn a profit? It's the same thing we talked about yesterday when people use, like, scare tactics to manipulate you into buying the latest fucking thing. The bigger issue is, like, to have an actual sovereign people, plural peoples, but we're not sovereign. We don't know what it's like to not be manipulated. We don't know what it's like to actually make decisions based on our own free will because we don't have free will. And then when you say those things, you're offensive. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
How is me saying that we're not sovereign and we don't have free will, how is that? Why does that bother people? It's true. Why does the truth bother people so much? Why can't anybody just admit, yeah, I've been duped for eons and I always buy this thing because the marketing worked on me? Like, just fucking say it. So that's what I was thinking about this morning. Because then the same thing, Peggy Hall, you know, she does her videos on Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and how he's just an idiot. And he's just lying to all these people. So her whole stance is like, she's like, I want to wake people up and I want people to know that, like, I don't want them to, like, listen to him and, like, basically cause harm to their children because he's all about following the CDC guidelines. She's like, I don't want this to happen. I don't want moms to just believe him. So she's trying to expose him, which is, but it's weird because it's like, what? Why are moms listening to RFK Jr.? Like, what is that? How? Why isn't a mom listening to her intuition? Mother's intuition, it's a fucking thing. It's a thing for a goddamn reason. Like, it's been beat out of us to listen to God. And it is so irritating to me because it's everywhere. It's not about RFK Jr., whether he's lying or not lying in this setting or that setting. Like, why even bother? Why waste your time?
Do you want to go somewhere else, by the way?
Sure. We don't get good service at the railroad track. I don't know where to go. You pick.
I don't know, Walmart or something.
Walmart. It's in front of the 5G tower.
Yeah, it's
So-
great for live streaming.
That's perfect. Sure, we can go there.
Okay.
But yeah, that's.
I mean, I've always kind of thought that the responsibility of influencers thing is to shame people who have influence into towing the line.
I don't think so, though.
I mean, every influencer you ever see talks about the responsibility of being an influencer.
I
It's
know,
like,
which I think is ridiculous. And I've never taken it seriously whatsoever.
yeah, but you're supposed to take it seriously. But that's how you, like, manipulate influencers. Do you know what I mean?
Wait, you're supposed to take them seriously when they say that they have a lot of influence?
So if I look at... No, you're supposed to take yourself seriously. Like, if I zoom out and I look at, like, there's only so many ways to manipulate the population.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're in a weird position where authority has moved from, like, the government and, like, 4 or 5 celebrities to just your favorite influencers, because the counterculture of, like, that rebellion and not trusting authority, not trusting big business has grown enough that now everyone turns to influencers. They don't research it themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't trust big business, and now they trust things that look like small business.
Mm-hmm.
So they trust the, like, shittier graphics and the more casual shit.
are these people
Or they
doing?
trust people that just look like people.
Right.
But
Oh, no, it's the
you can
glyphosate
still-
girls.
yeah, the Girl Scout cookies. You can still control the influencers by telling them that they need to be and do the right thing in order to be responsible influencers. Then they just become puppets in the larger
That's
thing.
weird. That's weird to even identify as an influencer and to think that you have any say. I mean, I guess because they do, because
Yeah,
all their,
exactly.
which is crazy.
Yeah, because civilization's set up that way already. Our psychology is already mapped to authority. And now we're giving authority to like random people.
Well, that's bananas.
At least that's the way I think about it.
No, you're right. Yeah, they're just using the but instead your favorite influencer that you think is real. It's so weird to me. Yeah, it bothers me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the responsibility of being a leader.
Mm-hmm.
I have to think about it.
Yeah, but it's like, ew. Ew.
Well, yeah, I mean, ideally everyone's like sovereign and can make decisions for themselves. But that's not really the world we live in. Because you're right, we're not sovereign. And I do think we have free will, but I think it's completely bypassed. So it's effectively we don't have free will.
Right.
We're essentially choosing the thing we're being manipulated to choose. It's still our free will that's like navigating us through time and reality.
But we don't have free will in the way people talk about that we have free will. When spiritual people talk about us having free will,
Yeah.
we don't have that. Like,
yeah. How do spiritual people talk about it? Or I guess what do you mean?
well, when I think of like you had free will whether or not in 2021 to get the shot. It's like, no, you didn't. You were massively biologically manipulated into doing it. Because I guarantee if you checked in with God, like truly, you would have gotten to not get it. There is no way, on no plane of existence, do I see that it was a good thing to get it. Like truly, genuinely. I don't buy it. Because people will come to me in my DMs when I have this conversation on Instagram, and they're like, no, well, I checked in and I prayed about it and I was told to get it. And I'm like, everything in me is like, no. Like, it's not actually a choice. You were biologically manipulated using fear tactics that you were going to lose your job. And all you could do, because you were so fucking scared, was that you were going to end up homeless in a box. You didn't, that's all you jumped to. You didn't jump to like, okay, so what would it look like to lose my job? Oh, well, I'd probably find another one. Like, where's your confidence? Where's your knowing? Why did you just get like crumpled up into a ball and not become anybody from that experience? So that's why I think like we don't have free will. But people will say, oh, well, it's like the same thing with red and blue politics. It's like, well, these are our choices. It's like, yeah, but these are positioned here. These aren't our choices. These are the choices that were given to you so you can pretend like you're choosing something. You're pretending like you have free will. But you don't. That's how I think of it. What are you thinking?
I don't know.
You're so quiet.
Oh, well, I'm also driving, figuring out where to go, and
I thought we were just going to Walmart.
there's more, yeah, we are. My brain's more occupied, though. It's true. It's harder to drive and also have a conversation. If you were driving, you'd say the same thing.
That's probably true. I don't know. I just figure you have thoughts.
I don't know. I mean, I'm scanning, obviously. I don't know that I have thoughts yet.
Yeah. I know that quote, with great power comes great responsibility, has always bothered me. Because it's like, what are you even saying? And people like say it about themselves. Well, you know, with great power comes great responsibility, so I gotta be careful about. I'm like, what? Why? What do you mean? Like, your audience is so fucking malleable that when you say jump, they just do it? Like, that's nuts. I don't want to have great power, and so therefore I don't have great responsibility. Fuck all of that. I don't want that. But people, like, they want it. They crave it. They like controlling people. I want people to be free, like genuinely free. I don't want to have any responsibility over their lives and their decisions.
Yeah.
That's like sick. That's some narcissistic shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can park like down one of these
Mm-hmm.
back ones. Guys, isn't it crazy that the glyphosate Girl Scouts are still in existence? When 100% of the testing that was done on 100% of the cookies had heavy metals and glyphosates?
I don't think it's any different than any other cookies.
I know, but once you know, it's like, can't have my Girl Scout cookies anymore. It's just, you don't want them. The appeal's gone. The cutesy novelty is just gone. The
Yeah,
nostalgia
that's
is gone.
What?
You're relaxing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, you don't want the authority over people.
No.
And that's usually what people are talking about when they say with great power comes great responsibility, is having authority over people and making decisions for them.
Yeah, no thank you.
Yeah, I know we're pretty careful with that.
I was even like that back in the day when I was managing people. I remember I was talking to my therapist and she's like, Miriam, you're the one that like could fire them. And I was like, what? Because I was like, well, if they don't want to do it, why don't they just tell me they don't want to do it? Like, why am I finding out through another employee that they don't want to do the thing that I asked them to do? Like, why don't they just tell me? And she's like, well, they're afraid that, you could fire them. I was like, oh my God, firing someone takes so fucking long. You have to document the whole fucking process. There has to be like reason to fire someone, especially in corporate America. It's not easy to just fire someone. They want all their ducks in a row for legal purposes.
Yeah.
But like, I never understood that. And she's like, yeah, it's like you have like a hammer over their head. Like, that's how they're seeing it. And I was like, ew, no, but I'm not.
Yeah, I agree though. I agree with her.
Yeah, I agree, but I think it's fucked up. Like, I see what she
Yeah.
means, but I think that's like wrong. That's what, like, another thing that's wrong about this place.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like no boss should have authority over you. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know, the idea of being like actually sovereign in reality has crossed anyone's fucking minds. Like, I don't think they're thinking that way.
Oh my God, I think about it all the time.
Like, I really
Don't
don't
you
think
want that?
I really don't think people are thinking outside of the box of the decisions that are laid in front of them. Like, there's choice in like which path you're going to take, but all the paths are pre-laid. And I think that feels very limiting, like in high school, but then you just get over it and pick one, and then you think that's life. But the idea of like creating an entire way of being from scratch as yourself, like, how do I actually want to operate in this place? Doesn't really cross people's minds.
That's what we have to do.
I know, I agree.
We have like no other choice, it feels like. Like, from a soul yearning perspective, there is no other way.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, when you're not willing to settle for that hollowness,
Yeah.
then yeah, you keep going. Yeah, it's not particularly comfortable questioning everything, but I do agree.
Yeah, I was telling David this morning. I couldn't really put my finger on it, but I remember kind of always feeling like the feeling of not fitting in here, obviously, but like the feeling like also like people didn't notice things that I noticed. Like I'm like, oh, do you notice when so and so does that? And they didn't notice. I'm like, oh, that's weird. Or like people like wouldn't get like ferociously mad at things like I did, and I thought that was weird. Like, it's like, wait, is there anything that pisses you off? Like, where's your fire? Like, and I would like poke people and try to get them to like be fiery or find out like what was the thing that like bothered them or pissed them off or like where was that? Why are they just like so even keel? It just didn't make sense. It's like now looking at it, it feels very like NPC coded. Like it's like, oh, that's it. Like I was seeing like the extent of it. Like this is them. Like there is no deep underlying thing. They don't have that. They don't have the thing that you're like sniffing out, Miriam. Yeah, it just always seemed bizarre to me. Or like when people were like really happy all the time, it like felt fake. Like, I was like, how can you be happy all the time? This doesn't make sense. Like there's nothing that just like pisses you off. And then you get into the like spiritual communities and like everyone's just pretend happy anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what that is, but I've just been thinking about it this morning. It's such a New England thing to be wearing shorts and drinking an iced coffee from Dunkin' Donuts.
When it's 30 degrees out.
Yeah. It's awesome. It's so like classic. 0 on originality. But if you put them anywhere else in the world, it would be like, what? But it's so Massachusetts.
I wanted a nice coffee today too.
You had a nice coffee today? Look at you.
Yeah.
Getting in touch with
I know,
your
I thought it was funny.
New England roots.
Yeah, that's what I felt like this morning.
Well, it was like 40 degrees the other day, and I went and got a nice coffee. I was like, God, it's so nice out.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like 38.
What are you guys thinking about today? What you got?
Is anyone else as pissed off as me? Just perpetually? No. I just don't know how people don't have that streak.
I mean, I feel the same as you, but I'm not like pushing back against it. I think the only difference between the way that we process it is I very much accept that this is how it is. Like I'm like resigned to it more. And I don't know if you think you can change it or if like you just think it should be different, but there's a fight in you that I don't. I don't particularly have.
I know. There's such a fight in me. I cannot shut up about it.
Yeah.
Until it's resolved. Once it's resolved, I'm moving on. Fine.
Yeah, but this place isn't going to resolve.
Well, then I'll always have a job.
That's true. That's true.
I'll always have something to bark at. Injustice bothers me, like inconsistency. stupidity,
Yeah.
hollow core doors. I think those are just the ugliest fucking things.
I mean, I think the thing we're pushing right now, at least in our like core group, is rebuilding that motivational system, right? Because I think there's the day-to-day experience of feeling like you're making a difference, I don't think is particularly locked in. Like I don't think we've like really well defined what that looks like as an intuitive person. Psychologically. Like I think we spent most of our time so far figuring out why it was a right decision to make. Like and like standing behind our decision. Like, okay, this is what I'm gonna be doing for the rest of my life, very clearly. I'm gonna be living from my intuition, following the path that I'm presented, and like engaging with the circumstances that are right in front of me. And I'm not like really searching for anything else. I don't particularly care to like change and figure, like tinker with my life beyond the things that feel important on that deep, deep level. I'm kind of like settled into that place, settled into what we'd call like a soul heavy blend. But there's this general like sense of motivation underneath it that I think resolves both the emotions on both sides. Like that resigned feeling of like, fuck this fucking place. And the like, what the fuck is going on here? Like I think that resolves with this new motivational system.
Oh, I don't want it to. I don't want to get rid of my fight. That's crazy.
No, it's not getting rid of your fight. It's tempering out. I think it's what, when we talk about how you'll temper out. And I think the weight of the world will be less on my shoulders. There's just it feels like a emotional solidity.
Well, I'm in my villain
Still
era.
engaged with all of it. That's fine. That's fine.
I'm not ready to give up my dog.
No, I don't think you're ever going to give up your dog, and that's not even what I'm saying. But I do think it tempers out. We've talked about that. Mm-hmm. Because I don't think it'll actually make you angry at some point. I think you'll still push into it because you know it's the right thing to do, and you know that that's your role. Like I think you'll get satisfaction from it, not have the anger drive you to the action.
We'll see. Stay tuned.
That's what I imagine.
In the next decade, if I am still not a fiery bitch, I would just slit my wrists. Like, what's the point?
So stupid. It's not even funny.
No, I don't know. I love it. If anything, I want to be more bold and say things more real time.
Oh, 100%. 100%. But I think the motivation for that comes from this thing that's already working out. Like if I try to see what's happening for you, it's hard because mine's slightly different and it's happening, it's like real time, so it's a little hard to see it. But I think the expression more real time, I don't think is driven by like, I have to get this anger out of me because it's too much and it's like, I don't think it's that. I think it's like, I recognize that there's more purpose here. Like there's even more here. Like me saying is right on the deepest possible level. Me saying more. Mm-hmm. And I know that I can access even more of that. Mm-hmm. And I think the more that works itself out, it's actually really satisfying. Like I don't experience you as angry on a day-to-day basis. Like I think you'll get frustrated and it'll build and sometimes it like bubbles over. But when I hear you talk and like do your lives or even after this, like you're like jazzed as shit. Like everything's great.
I feel so much better.
Everything's fantastic. Mm-hmm. And I think it's because you get the satisfaction from doing something about it. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what we're slowly having to realize as intuitive people is like we can do something about this fucking place. Mm-hmm. It's just seeing how we can do something about this place.
It's hard to believe that, honestly.
I know. But because it's so specific. Like I think all of the ways that most spiritual people think they can do something about the world, I think are stupid. I don't even think
I
they're
know.
real even remotely. Like their vibration, I think it's the dumbest conversation in the world. Like the idea that if you are happy all the time, the world will and be happy makes no sense. It makes no sense. And when they spend any amount of time like with their parents, it's like, it's obvious that your vibration, it's not making them happy. Like it's they're living as them and you're living as you. And like they have their own decisions and their decisions
Yep.
matter in their life, certainly more than whatever your vibe is.
Yeah.
And that's on a small scale. That's like when you're actually interacting with someone. To then imagine that like strangers everywhere will be happier because of
Because
the
you're-
vibration that you're holding.
Yeah.
It's like so ungrounded and impractical. It doesn't work. It doesn't really even make sense when you think about it. But I do think there are actual ways that spiritual people can help and will help if they can like get through all the bullshit. But it's frustrating, I think, on this end, because in order to do anything, you have to be not manipulated. And that's a very large ask. It's a very large ask of the second paradigm. I think it's a very large ask on us, like on you and I, to even do this. Like I think it's a ridiculous ask when I zoom out to not be manipulated. Like even just that,
What do you mean? It's a big ask.
like from God.
Oh.
Like I think it's a feat. It's a ridiculous ask. And then for us, like I feel as though it was a massive thing for us. Not quite a burden, just like a fuck, this is a big fucking task. And then to imagine asking other people of that, it's wild. To imagine other people, or to imagine asking other people, like standing in front of the world stage and going like, guys, I need all of you to not be manipulated anymore. It's like, it's a big thing to even unpack, to like describe how to do that.
Everywhere.
But it's a big fucking feat for them too. And that's the baseline. That's
I
like,
know.
okay, if we can get there, then we can start. And that's, I think, why I get kind of frustrated, because I'm like, this ask is near impossible. It was already a big ask for us, and we only value this. Like, it was a big feat for us. It took a long fucking time to
Yeah.
get to a place where we look around and we're like, why is everyone just walking scripts? Like, why is everyone just parroting all the same shit? Like, does anyone have their own original thoughts? Like, we built our own original framework. Does nobody else have their own? But that's the baseline. And then from there, you get to this place where it's like, okay, now how do I do something? Now that I'm free, how do I do something? And I think the thing that's slowly working itself now with B ideologically is like, if you and God work hand in hand, you can do something here. Because God can orchestrate events. God can nudge other people. God has a really good understanding of where everyone's psychology is in every moment, and everyone in proximity to you who's capable of actually being helped. And has the ability to communicate with you directly and guide you pretty fucking precisely by this point. So given that, you working with God can do something here. God without you can't do something here. That's weird, but I think it's true. Because those little nudges, they're not enough. They're barely enough for us, and it's all we care about. Barely enough. But we need other people to facilitate conflict, really, with the bullshit. And in that conflict, there comes greater resolution, or to insert wisdom, to be like the pillars of actual wisdom from God through your real-time personal connection, your intuition. And like us by ourselves, without God, obviously we can't fucking help. Makes no fucking sense. We don't know how to help.
Doesn't
We
do
can't even
anything.
begin to even understand what's happening enough to even start the brainstorming process. Because all the things that people go to help with, they're all narratives. How do I resolve the problem of the narrative and position myself as a good person for publicity or status, or for that, just to make that hollow feeling a little bit less today, to justify it to myself that I'm a good person?
I know, even when I was listening to that girl unpack those TikToks and how people are now, they're coming back and apologizing. She was saying that, like, well, really, it's a business model, so they need to just like the ice cube thing worked for her and it got her a lot of attention. So that's why she stuck with it. Whether she likes doing ice cubes or not, it's the thing that worked and it's the thing that people wanted. So that's what she became. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that is appalling. But
I
then
know. But it's 100%. It's 100% right.
I know, and I was thinking, I was like, oh, this is what David would tell me.
Yeah.
But I hate it. It's like, why? I
know.
would never want to be the ice cube girl.
I know.
I don't like ice. I'm a non-ice cube girl. I could never be an ice cube girl.
And that's the mechanics of the collective field. That's how this thing works. And with celebrity.
But being an ice cube girl gets you clicks, gets you views, gets you money, and then you play the character,
Yes.
and that's nuts.
Yeah,
But
that's how
for
our
what?
whole
It's so hollow. So she's wasted
Yes.
like 4 or 5 years of her life on TikTok being an ice cube girl who doesn't even like ice cubes.
Yeah, the opportunity
What a
cost for her
waste.
though probably isn't much better. Like, what is she giving up by being the ice cream girl? Do you know what I mean? Like, she's probably giving up a traditional job. And if it's like she's gonna go work at some bank as a teller, or she's gonna be the ice cube girl, I think it's fucking everyone's dream to be the ice cube girl, even if they hate ice, even if they have cold hands and like they're fucking, it like hurts them to touch the ice. I think they'd still rather be the ice cube girl. Like, the idea of building a career on social media is compelling because people feel like they live inside of Severance. Right? Like, when you're in Severance, being the fucking social media famous for anything. Like, you could be the fucking, the poo stain boy. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, hey guys, want to show you my poo stain undies today. And like, if you're getting millions of views and you're like, this poo stain undies is sponsored by Hanes, and you like pretend to be a little dumb and like you got poo stains and it's just your fucking thing. Like, I have so many people. If you like gave them a contract and you were like, here's the character you got to play, here's poo stain boy, here's the kind of things you got to make, you got to produce this much, like, and it works. Or you can do anything else. They'd be like, I fucking take that in a second.
Man, but like it feels like another layer of darkness. Like, because being a bank teller already feels like one layer of darkness. Because your existence, working at the DMV, like your job only exists because somebody made the government made this up for us to LARP around in. Like, how many people are actually doing anything that's like real, and has like substance and there's meaning in their life?
Yeah.
Like, and how can you keep doing that? Like, it's gonna reach critical mass, won't it? Or no, then it becomes,
I don't know.
then you go into the next thing. Then you try your hand, I guess, at being poo stain boy.
Yeah.
And it's better than being a bank teller?
I don't know. Just waves of like culture and counterculture. You know what it makes me think of is, there's that study where they I think they zapped the monkeys. They did something with the monkeys. There's researchers and monkeys, and they did something with the monkeys. I forget if they zapped them for going on a certain side of a cage, or they programmed in some behavior through force. And then the next generation of monkeys was brought in.
Like their babies?
Yeah, it was their babies, or maybe just more monkeys were brought in. And those behaviors were reinforced by the other monkeys, right? And then you eventually take out every monkey who has had that punishment happen to them, and the monkeys still enforce it amongst themselves.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I kind of see that study as the thing that's happening online, moving from CNN and Brad Pitt style celebrity and authority to influencers, to the people with 50,000 viewers, or even less. I think we're moving to a place that feels freer, right? And it feels like it's more democratic in the way that we come up with ideas. And we're moving away from that central authority. But the moving away from central authority just feels like the researchers are leaving the room. You know what I mean? They're no longer inflicting the punishment, or they're no longer inserting their perspective directly. But now this thing is running by itself.
Yep.
So now we're running the scripts of how this civilization is structured. And now we enforce it. Now we teach it to our children.
Yep.
And there's no one that tells anyone anymore how to do this. There's not, the rule book it's so unspoken at this point. But everyone just runs it. And I think
Good point.
away from authority actually makes it stronger. Like, it makes it far more compelling. Because when you have the government telling you what to do, or when you have big businesses controlling everything and like dictating what you're going to eat and how you're going to, like, what you can afford, and it feels like we're pushing against the power structure. But I really think the power structure is like dissolving right now. And I don't think that's like, that's a bunch of people like revolting. And I think it's like by design. Like, I think the power structure is kind of meant to dissolve. And we're supposed to move into a more democratic system. Like when Alison McDowell commented on her thing, she talked about like liquid democracy. And
Oh my God. I don't know if you guys saw her comment. It was
Yeah, it's funny.
very heady. I was like, David,
I was like, I don't think she actually watched our video. I think she just saw the topic and then wanted to comment to like chime in on what, you know,
What she means.
What she means by it. Yeah. But she was talking about liquid democracy, which is interesting, and tokenized liquid democracy. So it's like if everything was on the blockchain, let's say every single person, all of us, had the ability to vote from our phone, and it's an official government app. It's very secure. And everything's tracked because it's on the blockchain. So there's no like hacking into it, or let's say all of those problems were solved. There was actually a secure way for us to log in on our app, to verify that it's us making that vote. And then we would all vote like real time, all of America, on like what taxes should do, or what these certain policies should do, or immigration at the border, or whatever it may be. And maybe there are voting periods, or maybe it's even more like real time. Like, hey, this thing's come up, or let's put it out to a vote. There's going to be a vote next week, and maybe it's every Sunday there's a vote, or whatever it is. The idea of a liquid democracy is that you can then vote as other people. It's actually like, if you guys have seen the ads on like YouTube videos for Prize Picks, it's actually like Prize Picks, the betting app, where I can go in and find my favorite YouTuber and vote the way they voted, or bet the way they betted. And it'd be the exact same in this liquid democracy, this liquid tokenized democracy. So I can go like, well, I like this influencer. Like, I like what Kanye's been saying lately. He wants to free Puff. That's very controversial.
Did you see his latest tweets?
The free Puff and the shirts and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Slavery is a choice, and he kind of crashed out. I didn't see too much.
I don't know. There was a bunch more yesterday, I think.
Probably, but he wants to free Puff. Not treated well.
It's just entertainment.
But let's say like we liked Kanye and we wanted to vote for the things as Kanye was voting for things. We're like, you know what? I think Kanye knows more about this slavery as a choice system than we do. So I'm going to vote for whatever Kanye's voting for. And you can delegate your votes to anyone. It could be Kanye, it could be, I could delegate my votes to Miriam. Like, hey, I don't have time to look at this. You've looked into it. Like, I'll vote the way you vote today. And we can all kind of like cheat off each other's test results from the people we trust the most.
And that's called liquid democracy?
Yeah, the idea is that you have delegates, but it's not that like we have a representative democracy with like Congress and we're all voting as if it's like, 51-50 in this district, then there's this representative. And Marco Rubio is the representative for it's not like that.
It's more so like even your neighbor?
Yes, it's like the way that influencer marketing works. It's the way that celebrities work. So like we would be like, oh, I really like Talia Like It Is. I really like Shanda. I really like these influencers in the truther movement. I like Donut from in his Illuminati News. I really like that guy. Like, I wonder how he's voting. I'm gonna make him my delegate. Then let's say Donut can then delegate his votes to someone else. You can actually have a chain of delegates.
Wow.
But that's the idea of a liquid democracy. Is it's similar to the system now, but there's more control. And at any point, you can take your votes back and you can say, no, I'm going to vote on this today. And you can break it up by section. You can go, well, for the economy, I want to vote. Like Donald Trump. I think Donald Trump has a good understanding of the economy, but for like social issues, I don't really trust his perspective on like what to do with black colleges and funding them. So like I'm gonna vote for, I don't know,
Bernie, the blackest of them
Sure,
all.
yeah, Bernie Sanders. I want Bernie Sanders' social policy, but Trump's economic policy. And I'm sure people will do shit like that. But like that's the idea of the liquid democracy. I see it very similar in that like influencers are kind of taking the place of media, right? And like everyone's talking about it like this big phenomena, but I just think it's part of the bigger play. I think we have to move more and more toward the sense of freedom.
Yeah.
And in a weird way, it is freedom. And that's what's even more odd, right? It's like because our behaviors are modified socially, energetically, psychically, spiritually, you don't need to modify them through force and structures anymore. You
Right,
actually just
that's
like,
done.
you actually can pull back all of that. And it's like, now guys, do whatever you want. Like, we're not in charge. We don't have power over you. That doesn't even make sense. Like, we all get to do whatever we want. And everyone acts the exact same. Like, that's when you've won, right? It's like for an abuser who has like some victim in a cage underneath their fucking basement, like, you don't win when they're struggling every single day to get out. You win when you're like, hey, you're free to go. And they're like, nah, what's for dinner? That's when you win, right?
Yep.
And I think that's what's happening at a grand scale. They want us to love this system. That's always been the play.
Right. And that fits in with the whole, this is great, because that fits in with the whole, like, vote with your dollar. And you really feel like you're making a difference because you're shopping small.
Yeah.
And I've always hated that, but I've never known really why. But it bothers me because it doesn't even feel true on so many levels. And then you're made wrong. We can't charge.
Our mics, yes.
Shoot, we could unmic.
Car lamp's going off too.
Not ours.
Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, it's fine. We'll just wrap up soon.
Vote with your dollar. Oh, and then you're made wrong for, like, shopping at Walmart or something.
Yeah, where we currently are right now.
Exactly. But, like, I don't know. It's just that whole concept just bothers me because I'm like, no, shop where you're guided to shop. Who fucking cares? Like, what do you mean? Small Business Saturday, and you got to support your small businesses, and
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, if they make a good product and it's affordable, then yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
If you actually like what they're selling, but like if you get mason jars for a cheaper price at Walmart or Ace Hardware, then get them there.
Yeah.
Like, who fucking cares? It's not that serious.
Yeah, I don't know that I particularly have a problem with big businesses when I really think about it. Like, just from like an economics perspective, because they're employing everybody. Like
All the migrants.
Yeah, they're employing all the migrants. And like, where would all the weird kids go if they didn't work at Starbucks, you know?
It's true.
It gives people a home.
Oh my God, we haven't been to Starbucks in forever.
I know. Well, because their cups taste like plastic.
I know. Because they are melted.
It's their lids, really.
Because it's the
If I
melted.
don't put the lid on, I can drink it.
But
if
it's
I put
still
lid
the
on-
melted plastic. I watched a whole lady talk about the toxics of plastic. And that was one of the main things was the Starbucks cups. And I was like, oh my God, David needs to see this. Because he always says how he tastes the plastic.
Yeah.
But it's the cups too. They're lined with plastic.
Yeah, my like taste buds specifically are very sensitive to detergents, to anything chemical, to any for whatever
Synthetic.
reason. My taste, like if there's the littlest bit of soap on my like cup lid from the dishwasher,
I
I
know he
like
has a meltdown.
can't drink the coffee. I have to take off the lid.
I'm like, oh, it's just a little soap. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I know, but
It's like, you didn't
it's
rinse
all
this,
I can
did you?
taste. It's all I can taste. My yeah, I'm so sensitive to
Like put a little
detergents and shit.
extra soap in your coffee. I know.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know why it makes me. But I guess it's the idea, right? It's so the liquid democracy, liquid marketplace. Is that liquid democracy? What's liquid marketplace? What is that? That's something. It's like a coin or something.
Like maybe an NFT marketplace or
Yeah,
something. I forgot. Yeah,
something.
I forgot what it is.
Okay, well, anyway, liquid democracy, like it makes you feel like good, like, oh, I'm doing something good. I'm voting the way I want to vote. I'm doing the thing.
Yeah.
It's that same feeling of like, oh, I'm voting with my dollar. I'm shopping small. Like it feels like the exact same thing to me, which is like, do you even know what you're participating in? Like, is this real?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It feels the same. Whether it
Yeah.
is or not, I don't know. But it just,
Yeah, no, I agree.
they
I
connect
agree.
for me.
And it's interesting for me, like the truthers as a case study is interesting to me because there's or like the conspiracy theorists as a case study, like the entire population is so interesting because they all end up believing and saying the same things, but there's no central authority. That's weird. Like it's as if they all watch the same show, right? It's like as if they're all like
I know.
following like let's say it was just like Channel 5 on TV was like Conspiracy Network, welcome to TCN. And like it's like they all watched and they all had the exact same perspective. But TCN doesn't exist. And it's not even the big influencers. It's not even just like Alex Jones, or it's not just like there's a
Dude, we gotta talk about Alex Jones. We should watch him.
there's a thing that they all center around, and it seems like they all end up missing the point anyway. Like it's like they're intentionally deceived. You know what I mean? It's like so odd to me.
I know. I follow this one girl that cannot stand the guy, Matt Roski, Cultivate
Yeah,
Elevate.
yeah.
She hates him
Yeah.
with a vengeance. And it's so funny to me because he doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
But she just cannot stand him. And she's like, where is he getting his information? Why does he always have a new thing to peddle? Like, why is he always pushing some new thing about how, okay, now you need to drink out of these kind of cups. Now you need to drink out of these kind of cups. Oh, and did you look at this? And she's like, why? Why does he always, where is he getting these talking points? And where is he getting all these old books? Like, who's giving him this information? Like, she is like hot on him. Yeah, he bothers the shit out of her. And I mean, she's not wrong. It is like, yeah, where is he getting all this stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just odd. It's very odd.
But it seems very like circle jerky. Like, I feel like it's
Yeah. Yeah. Because do you know what I mean? Like when people watch like CNN and they all are like have the same democratic perspective because and then they watch like Trevor Noah at night for their comedy, for their entertainment. It's like I get that because they're all actually watching the exact same things. But when you go online and you find a community, like a group of people that are all like talking about independence or freedom or whatever it is, like it's weird to then have them all say the exact same things, like for it to be the same feeling. That's weird because there's no central organized authority. At least that's what it looks like, right?
well, what are they jacked into?
Yeah. Yeah. What says 80? 87. Yeah. It's wondering how long we've been live.
Oh, almost an hour and a half.
I think my phone's gonna die any second.
Oh, wow, that quick?
Yeah, I think we're pretty close. So I've been
Okay.
ticking down.
I was going to say, any questions,
But,
comments, concerns?
Yeah. Let's actually see. Can we even see the chat?
Yeah, before when they were talking, it was showing up on the bottom.
Yeah. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, nothing really.
Nothing.
Everyone's just chilling with us.
Just hanging out.
Just chilling with us.
Oh, yeah. Well, we can go home.
Yeah,
You
I think so.
It's going to end. It's just going to shut off.
You know, I don't know. Let me see. Oh, we're at 6. We'll make it home
Okay.
if you want.
You okay?
Huh?
You okay?
Oh yeah, I just feel like that when I go like really deep into these pockets. I like come out and I'm like, oh, that's fucking weird. I don't know. Just feels weird. It's a different mode than driving.
That's true. And rough.
Just like peering into the abyss. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe actually we'll end up going to Aldi.
Perfect.
Because I want some sour cream and sprinkled cheese.
Okay. Perfect. Me too. I was thinking of sprinkled cheese.
Yeah,
There's
while we're here.
shake cheese and sprinkled cheese. Shake cheese
Shake cheese.
is Parmesan because you have to shake it. Unless you get the fresh stuff and then you grate it yourself. I don't really like Parmesan. I don't know if that's controversial, but I don't.
I don't really either.
Why is this so
It doesn't
fucking
even
busy? Why is everywhere? Is this
I
what
don't know.
is this what normal people do? On Saturday? Saturday.
I don't know.
Wait, where are you going?
I'm literally parking right here.
Oh, over this big. You're gonna park me in the snow.
Well, there's literally like no
We'll
other
park
spots.
over there. A park far away. That was a huge heap of snow. I'm showing it.
Well, it looked like everything was full.
No,
Like that
look,
was like
there's
the
a
last
zillion. We're
spot.
an employee parking.
There's not a zillion. There's like 3 other spots.
There's plenty. We also are friends with the employees here too.
That's
David
true.
and I just make friends with the workers.
Oh, everywhere. Constantly.
Yeah, you know. I don't know what that says about us, but
That we're lovable, friendly people who value the human race.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like I have a hard time doing that,
What?
valuing the human race.
Abstractly, but not in person.
That's true. In person, I like most people.
Yeah, there's very few people we dislike. Very
That's
few.
true. That's true. Yeah, there's just the cloud of darkness that looms over people that I don't
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
And that people identify with, and they try to convince me, no, this is me. I'm like, oh, brother. But yeah, let's go vote with our dollar at Aldi.
All right.
The German grocery
What are we bringing them?
No.
No? Oh, we're just done.
No. Yeah.
All
The
right.
German grocery store. Is that controversial to shop at Aldi?
It's German. Mm-hmm. That must be why I like it so much.
See, you do like Kanye.
Ooh, is that the connection? I did not know.
Yeah.
I don't know quite how to do a German.
That's okay.
Pretty decent.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not so terrible.
You could do
I
the
did
friendly
that.
hello that the Germans do.
What?
How they wave hello.
Oh, how they wave hello. Yes. I could wave at a 45-degree angle. I suppose that might be friendly to some people.
You know, it's actually illegal to do that. Like, if you'll get like put in jail if you do that, either in Germany or Switzerland or somewhere. If you do that
Oh, really?
salute, it's like very frowned upon.
Yeah, it's very frowned upon in most places, I think.
Just not
Yeah.
here.
Well, I think that's why it was a pretty big deal when Elon did that. So it's all anyone talks about at all
I know, it's
for
kind
like the
of funny.
past 3 weeks.
It's true. It's like, who cares? But it's an act. It got you to do exactly what it was supposed to. But
Yeah.
people don't see it that way. Instead, they're just outraged that he...
I
But you know what? I did that at the Trump rally. When we went to the Trump rally, I did the Nazi salute.
No, you were
Yes,
like
I
at like
did.
an 80-degree angle. It was like hands up. Like
Yeah.
you did like the I'm Christian and I love God hand.
It's a fine line.
Oh, it is a fine line. Yeah,
I mean, it looks
you
the
drop That,
same.
yeah, you drop that 85-degree angle down to 45-degree angle. It's
I
identical.
mean, I don't know. It felt good to do it. I'm not gonna lie. It must be my heritage or something.
Yeah,
but
I
I
guess
was
so.
fucking
Yeah.
for it.
Raise it up. Raise the roof.
You really think it? You think it was more Christian?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you don't walk into like a Christian megachurch and everyone has their hands up and you're like, what the fuck?
That's
Who
true.
are these fucking Nazi fuck? Because it's an 85-degree angle.
It's 85, not 45.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's straight 90. You know, it's like
No.
down a little bit. I mean, maybe you can get maybe like 75. But you drop that shit 30 degrees and it's like, you getting canceled today, honey.
And you're offensive. That's crazy. It's so funny.
Yeah, but then straight out's fine, right? Then you're just doing the fucking Macarena, you know, like.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah.
That's true.
Straight out's fine.
Huh.
And
Interesting.
down's fine. Down's just awkward. That's like fucking I'm
Yeah.
doing the Naruto thing or something, you know, or like the back run, your arms back like this.
Like the Animal
You
Crossing
do the little
characters.
run, yeah. That's like cute.
That's true.
There's just one little stretch of angle around like from here to here or so that you just don't.
You just
touch.
don't do. Because why? Because we were told it's bad?
Because they're the worst human beings who have ever existed. Because we only know about those bad people.
Okay.
There's very few bad people we learn about.
That's true. I'm sure there's nothing nefarious behind what we're taught.
No.
And that you can't say anything bad about the other people.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Not really.
It's not weird?
It's just to be expected. To be expected. I just think the whole thing's stupid.
I do too. I don't even know if any of it really happened. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
My grandfather brought back a tent, a Nazi tent for the kids to play in. And they played in it all summer. They had so much fun. That's the paraphernalia he brought back as a military man. I don't know. It's just weird.
All right, let's go shop.
All right, and then we'll forget this whole conversation even happened because theory of thresholds.
Yeah, once we leave the car,
Uh-huh.
the vibes are in the car.
Yep. All right. Hi, all.
All right, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks for hanging out. This is fun. See you next time.
See you next time. Put my coat on.